one thing for someone to be drunk and that's their actions, and people wake up the next morning with regret and remorse and all that sort of stuff, but the bigger issue is it's not an individual thing, it's a community thing, it's a society thing, because society enables it. And why is it okay for you to wake up the next day and have done a really shitty thing, but it's okay because you were drunk? No, it's not okay to be an asshole. I'm really drunk and I have the responsibility of a car. But I was really smart and I left the keys to people, and this car, when I wake up tomorrow, it's going to be 45 miles, which is like 100 kilometres from where I am. But you know what? I'll get a cab back there and I will not drive. Responsible driver. Look at my hair. So the low point with alcohol started, I'd been overseas and travelling and stuff for 4 years, and I'd gotten back to Australia. I was in a job that I really didn't like. I was being really underpaid. I was feeling an intense amount of guilt because I was so unhappy with the life that I have here in Australia, but then feeling so guilty because I'm so lucky to have this life in Australia. So I was drinking a lot. So there was a period of 3 weekends in a row where I'd completely blacked out. The first one was I was at a club, and then the next thing I know, I'm at home in my bed and I'd been vomiting. My friend had gotten me home. The second weekend, I lost my bag at a club, and then friends had to put me in a taxi, and I woke up and I was really disorientated to the point where I didn't even know if I was in Australia or not. And then the third time, which was the biggest one, was I got so drunk that I fell down a set of escalators, which I don't remember. My friend had to call an ambulance and I woke up in a hospital with a drip in my arm. So all of that happened in May, June. So it really got me thinking that, hey, I should do Dry July.
What do we want? When do we want it? How are we going to get it? Fight for it! How are we going to get it? Fight for it! We're going to get started!
Probably one of the first things I noticed about not drinking alcohol was how much alcohol is used as a social lubricant, and how much I realised that I don't need that social lubricant. I don't need alcohol to be social. So then I really started questioning, so why do I drink? Since doing Dry July, there was more of a mental hangover, which I think came from because I was so aware now of what alcohol was doing and what it was doing to me and how it was operating in society. The next couple of months, I definitely was viewing alcohol in a much different way, and that curiosity was just there more and more. I don't know where the idea came from, but I just got this idea in my head to give up alcohol for a year, because I did notice in that short month, it was enough time to be curious, but not enough time to see change.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want?
I don't think I was personally really that much struggling, for a better choice of words, with giving up alcohol. There'd been no real situation within the first 10 months of me feeling like I wanted to drink, until a big trigger happened, and some really big childhood trauma came back. I had realised that for 22 years, whenever this stuff had come up, what I had done is I'd turned to alcohol. I would then go on such a bender of drinking that by the time I've finished drinking for 3 days and I've had the hangover and gotten over the hangover, the thought and the PTS and the memory is gone again. So what I was finding was I wasn't craving to drink, but what I was craving was that feeling that alcohol was going to give me, that numbness. Choosing to show up and work through that and not turn to alcohol is by far the most frightening thing I've ever done in my life. You know, I've backpacked through the Middle East. I've done lots of daring things. You know, I jump out of planes. You know, I'm always the first to put my hand up to do anything that's risky. But choosing to show up and to sit with your emotions is by far the most frightening, challenging, yet rewarding thing I could ever do. But it's not possible while alcohol is in your life. When you're choosing alcohol, ask yourself to sit with that emotion. Like, what is it that you're trying to block out, or what is it that you're trying to work through? Because once you choose the alcohol, you're not going to work through that, and that's just going to continue to come up. I want to continue doing this work, and I want to continue working through all of this stuff that for 22 years I have numbed and blocked out with alcohol. I'm not going to say I'm never going to drink again, but I know I can't drink right now, why I'm choosing to do the one thing that the alcohol is stopping me from doing. And then like the other one is like super hot.
Yeah. For a second you're like, oh, my mouth is on fire.
Oh yeah, I'm happy. Oh. I'm happy because I've missed this pasta so much. It went from like a weekly thing to like I haven't eaten it in a year.